What's going on, beautiful world of creators out there? I'm Dank Fart, the Pirate Poet. Fart is spelled P-H-A-R-T, is an acronym for pretty hot and reasonably talented. I'm here to drop in today about my ideas and thoughts about art in the 21st century and how we are in probably the greatest time ever to be alive, to be an artist. The means of production and distribution are more affordable and in our hands than ever before, and it is just upon the artists, the creators, to create the content and put it out into the world. It is a lot of work. A lot of these platforms, social media platforms, are designed to commodify your attention, and so they make it very, you have to really work these little systems and these intricacies to get yourself pushed through. But that's what I mean, that's just the platforms of distribution and getting it out there. But another way is just also building in your community and creating those direct relationships. And if we just continue to put our stuff out there, create our content, and put it out there to the world and share it with it, it will create the feedback that you need to support yourself, and it's about finding that first couple thousand or first thousand of people that like what you're doing and want to support it. And it's not about those thousand people paying you tons of money. It's about micro contributions. The future of art and support of artists is, and artists of all forms, it could be cooking, could be working on cars. Anything, I believe, can be taken into the level of artistry, and it's how that is possible, and all these different things is how you become so dedicated and impassioned with it that you master the skills of whatever it is you're doing, so that you don't have to be in the thinking state of it. You can just be in the pure flow creative process and be able to be present and intuitively feeling with it, and you just roll in that spot. It's like a basketball player or a high level athlete who's just so well trained, and they just don't even have to think about it. They just go in and they just do it, and that's why it's so beautiful to watch, is because they can just be in that state. And now with where we're at now in the world of the digital realms, and it's very affordable to make content. You can, with $2,000, which is not a small amount of money, but you can have all of the gear that you need to produce and create what you want, and spend whatever extra time you have doing that and just creating that, and then finding that extra support, getting it out there, creating it. And with the digital stuff, once it's created, it's out there in the world until the internet dies, essentially. And so the return is fucking exponential. That you get that first 1,000 people that supported you, put a little bit of that back into getting more audience, and they will share, and it will just continue to ripple up and continue to expand. And then with that, show up in the world. If you're an artist and you're trying to figure out what to do, where to go volunteer, go get a job somewhere within the industry, even if it doesn't pay well. Learn about what's going on, get educated within it. I have worked for about a decade doing community organizing, working with festivals, and none of it has paid me very much. I've had to do a lot of other manual labor and various different things to get myself to this point when I can be able to have more power and energetics to support myself as an artist and grow my community and grow my brand into something that can really be supportive of me. I'm still not there, but it's just an ever-ending process, and I have to be really honed in myself as a poet, as a creator, and that is my craft. I also do a lot of community organizing, and so now just developing and creating the fan base that will support me. And it's not about your fans and these people paying you a lot of money. It's about micro contributions. It's about a large number of people contributing small amounts you get 50,000 people to contribute $1 to you or your band. Let's say you're a band and you each were able to put together $2,000, and there's 5 of you. 5 times 2 is 10,000. That's $10,000 that you could go towards creating, 2 or 3 tracks. And I don't know the exact numbers on what it takes to put together a full album, but recording and mixing. But let's say you take $10,000, you get 2 or 3 tracks that are just like really dialed in, and then you put them out there into the world. And you get people that are really excited about it. You get like 50,000 people to be like, oh shit, I really enjoy what you're doing. You're also creating content of yourself in the recording studio, and then creating content, putting yourself out there in the streets, talking to people about what you're doing while you're doing it. You get 50,000 people to contribute $1, literally $1, and then all of a sudden you've got $40,000 off of that $10,000 investment. And then it's just going to continue to grow. If they liked that, then they were going to like what you create next. Then you go back to the recording studio, make a longer album, maybe make a music video, and then there's just more content, more creation unfolding around you and your process as an artist and in that journey. And so it just continues to build on itself. And so the future of art is that we're living into is the direct relationship between the artist and the fans, and them being supported through just the direct relationship. And then as that continues to grow, what I'm also envisioning is that artists give a percentage of, like 2 or 3% to organizations that are doing work that they feel inspired by, so that their success feeds more success into the world, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where we're able to build each other up and support work in the world. So as artists become more thriving, the things that they care about become more thriving, and it creates this really positive feedback loop. And that is a large part of what I am doing right now with the poem, the Peace on Earth movement, and the Peaceful Mother Lover Challenge, where it's a social media campaign challenge where we make peace on Earth by making peace signs on the earth. And then you contribute $1 to me, and then 33% goes to organizations working in regenerative culture, permaculture, and psychedelics and plant medicine, all for just these different ways of healing our relationships with ourselves and healing our relationships with this planet and the earth and our economics, and just designing the world that we want to see. And we can do it. There are people thinking about it and making it happen, and I've been blessed to be surrounded by a lot of those people, which just kind of has always been my intention. And so with all of that, my goal is to get 1 million people contributing and making peace on earth together. And all of a sudden, I have a large platform that I have the ability to go do more things in the world with, and share all of this content and all these other amazing creators I'm surrounded by. And then each organization that I'm working with, they get $110,000 because they get 11% of every dollar. And so then all of a sudden they can have a nice nest egg to work from, and all of a sudden we're all working together and creating more collaboration and more growth. And we're living into the renaissance of the future of creators, where we can all support each other and create our relationships directly, and being out in the streets and sharing our gifts. That's it. That's the future. That's art in the 21st century. The creative class is on the rise, and we shall shift things in a very positive and great way. Find your spark, let it set you on fire, and burn you to the ground. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, appreciate you. Find what you do it well, and let's spark together.